All right.
Well, that was not a lighthearted movie by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that lighthearted. I mean, it was tense.
Yeah.
You know? It's about this 17-year-old girl.
Yeah.
She's really poor. Her father isn't around. Her mother is sick.
Yeah.
That's
mentally
what
ill
they call
was
it.
what
Yeah.
I thought, but
Yeah. So she has to take care of her 2 kids, and then she finds out her father posted their house as bail, and the
Right.
father is not going to show up to court. So,
or at least he hasn't shown up
He
yet.
hasn't shown
and
up
there's
yet.
no reason to believe he will.
so basically, for the rest of the movie, she's trying to find her father, telling him, you better get your ass to court, or else.
Yeah.
But the one thing I was like so grateful for that it didn't ever feel like it was a big product of Hollywood. Like Julia Roberts
No.
did not play the mother, and
No.
fucking
It was all
Brad Pitt wasn't the I mean, it would have been such a different movie, and that feeling would have been totally there of like, oh, these are just some Hollywood types saying, oh, look at all these poor people living in their own filth.
It felt like it did give a very earnest effort to be true to that culture. Whether or not it was, it's hard for me to judge, but it did feel like it was
respectful.
Not respectful, exactly.
Winter's Bone.
It does, yeah. Seems like a fitting name for the movie. So, yeah, some of the movie was very like bleak and joyless, and John Hawkes was good.
Yes, he's always good.
Yeah.
He was in Me and You and Everyone We Know. Man, I saw some other movie with him recently that he was. Oh, Martha, Marcy May, Marlene. He's really good in that.
Okay.
Yeah, you should check it out sometime.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to see it. Without giving too much away, she basically goes to 2 lead male characters and asks for help. And especially the second lead male she goes to, Whitebeard, he has these women who are setting themselves up. I mean, part of their dialogue is to say, you know, the young girl says, he's my grandfather, and even I don't cross him. Like, it's a very patriarchal relationship, and she just seems to be like, she doesn't want her cousin to take care of her brother and sister. She seems to have this strong independent streak that is absent from every other female character.
But it was believable, and it was a good performance for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty much a good performance from everybody.
Yeah.
Including the dogs.
Totally.
Yeah.
The dog was actually the only happy-looking character. The only character that smiled in the whole movie.
That's true. Yeah, I actually tried to watch this film once before, and I turned it off about a half hour into it. But it definitely gets better, and the last act is pretty tense.
Yeah, right. You can take a movie and if you write a lot of dialogue and you don't spend a lot of money and you hire some no-name actors, it's an indie movie. And then you kind of plug this kind of like pleasing ending on the end of it. That's what's really frustrating about it, is it's like you said, they're trying to push some boundaries. They're going into a culture that we don't see in our everyday lives. It's not a mainstream culture in America. It's very poor white people living in the country. Almost like struggling to survive, it seems like, and there's lots of drugs and there's a little bit of a gang culture, but then it kind of puts this little like pleasing ending on it. There is this slight lens like, okay, let's please our audience. Let's not leave people hanging, leave people in a bad mood.
Yeah, they feel like they still have to please. It may not be the masses, but it's the mass. It's a small mass.
It's enough to make a lot of money.
The best example I can think of right now is Little Miss Sunshine. Like,
yeah,
sure, bad stuff happens throughout the movie, stuff that may be a little bit unpredictable,
right.
But at the end, everything just disgustingly ties together.
Yeah, right.
But the thing is, I liked this movie.
I did like it. No, it's good.
I did enjoy it, so I feel a little bit conflicted because it is very formulaic.
Well, just because it's part of a genre, the indie darling genre, doesn't make it bad. I mean, every genre has its pinnacle movies that are good. I'm not necessarily saying this is a pinnacle movie of the genre, but it's pretty good. Yeah.
Well, let me just say I side with the guy in that like it's totally annoying when anybody has a phone and they're in front of you. It can be totally obnoxious, but that can ruin your experience. But when you freak out on someone, that's going to ruin everybody else's experience too. Like you're being totally inconsiderate when you yell at someone for having a cell phone out.
Right.
Okay.
And one more point on that subject, though. I mean, a popcorn is a part of movies, and you can never take it out of movies. But when that guy was yelling at people about the cell phones, him and 10 other people were shoving popcorn in their faces, and the bags are loud, and the crunching is loud. It's
I noticed that too.
Way louder.
As soon as he first yelled, I listened to the theater, and I heard everybody going with their popcorn bags, and yeah. It definitely made me want to do Crank. No.
I mean, everybody seemed like Crank was working really well for them. So
there was one moment. I thought her best moment was the scene where John Hawkes just like does like a key of Crank, and then he just offers her some. And you just see her face, and she's just like. She does a good job of being just like totally repulsed by the stuff. She's just like, no way. I don't want it near me. It took a little while to get started. So like, if you're watching it and the first 20 minutes don't work for you, like it didn't really work for me at first. Like you do get into it.
If I hadn't, I have bad discipline sometimes when I'm watching movies by myself or just at home. So seeing it in the theater was good for me because I was forced to watch the whole thing and I ended up liking it.
Yeah.